It's Becky, the Southern Yankee, and I am trying to get myself back on track just with everything. Our life has been a little bit chaotic. We took a little vacation. We got a new puppy. It's spring, and it seems like there's so much going on in spring. But I have a long list of chores I need to catch up on, things I just want to get done. And so I thought that I would just kind of show you how I get myself organized and back into the swing of things, how I handle the day to day, and, just keep my life sane. I think we all are busy. We all have different types of busyness and levels of busyness. But just remember, busyness is a choice. You choose the things that you put into your life, the things you invest in, the things that are important to you. So sometimes you need to step back and decide if those are all good choices. And that's where I feel like lately, I feel like I've got too many things on my plate at the moment. And I'm tired and I'm not always making good food choices. So I need to kind of reset myself, decide what's most important at this moment. Life keeps on moving. And if you don't make the decisions now as to how you want your life to go, it just keeps on going without you. So it has been one of those days. I had a doctor's appointment this morning, and then I decided to just take the rest of the day off. I was gonna go to work, but I decided I needed a day off more than I needed to go to work today. So sometimes you gotta do that. So right now I am trying to get a few things done. I did relax for a little while. I sat and caught up on some of my shows I'd recorded, and now I'm ready to get busy and get some things out of the way. One of the things that I'm working on doing is getting May's meal planning done, because I like to have a bunch of meals to pull from already planned out. And let me just show you. Let me turn you over to here. Let's see if we can get all the way over there. So over there, that's not over there. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. How silly of me. Here is my planner. Now, this is not just any planner. This is a totally fabulous and awesome planner, because it really keeps my entire life just flat out organized. So what I like to do is I take the monthly spread at the beginning of each month. It has just your typical kind of grid calendar style. And what I do is I just plan out all the meals that I want to do. Now, I don't put a meal on every single block. I generally pick 20 meals for the entire month. And then each week, when I menu plan for that week, I pull from this list. And there are kind of like the old standbys, like tacos. We have tacos every month. Pizza, yeah, we're gonna have pizza at least one time. Usually Mondays, I tend to do fish. So I've so far got tuna, shrimp, and mahi-mahi. I tried to buy mahi-mahi. It was out at my local store. But then I kind of switch around things and try to pull a few new recipes each month. But you know what? Unlike any other family, we tend to eat the same things month after month. But I do try to pick something new each month, or something we haven't had in a long time. So, and I'm understanding. I may not want to eat it, but you know what? My family might just want hot dogs for dinner. And you know what? That's perfectly fine. No worries there. But I did pick up a few things kind of to get my month started. So I already have some things to pull from until I can get kind of zeroed in. I try to have a lot of it already prepped, like it's in the marinade in the freezer. If it's grilled chicken, it's already in its marinade, popped in the freezer. So tomorrow I'm gonna be working on the meal prepping portion, getting things ready. But today I'm just getting organized so I can actually fix the breakfast items that I like to have frozen and individually prepared, my work lunches, and then some meals that we have already ready to go. And I've got a couple already started, but a few more things because I bought chicken. I'll go ahead and portion that out into freezer bags, and putting it in the marinade just saves me time and energy. So, and keeps my kitchen a little bit cleaner. But back in the background over here, right there, hummingbird food. That's what I'm working on at the moment. Some just household chores I'm trying to catch up on. The hummingbirds are back. I know they're back, and they're probably really mad at me because I adore them. They bring me such joy. So I've got to get my hummingbirds filled. I've got my menu so far. I've got 10. So I've got about halfway. I'll go through some of my recipe books and meal boxes, kind of getting some ideas. I also try to pick like what's in season, just makes it easier. Then I do have some recipes that I'm going to use to do my lunch preps. I already know what I'm making for my breakfast preps. That just saves me time. When I can just pull a lunch from the freezer, so easy. And now I've kind of gotten into the hang of it. I know the ones that I really like. I may try a new one every once in a while, but I know the ones I like, and I'm gonna eat those. So let's see, what else? I have a bunch of things. We have a lot of things with the new puppy. We're headed to the vet tomorrow to go get shots and get him dewormed and talk about getting him neutered. I don't think he's quite old enough yet to do that, but and if you haven't watched my previous video, yes, we're crazy. We took in a puppy that just showed up at our home, and he apparently didn't belong to anybody, or no one claimed him. So we decided to take on a new puppy, and that flipped our life a little upside down for a while. But puppies don't stay puppies, and we'll get him there eventually, and we'll get us there too. But working on a lot of those things. I've got definitely outdoor things to do. It looks like we're gonna get a little more rain maybe tonight. So hopefully I can get the rest of my garden put in. I feel like I'm so behind on that because it's been very cold here when it should have already been a lot warmer by now. So I've delayed because I was so nervous about another frost. So I'm ready to get everything in there. I've got some weeds, I gotta be pulling weeds. But I figured I'll get a 16-year-old to maybe help me a little body doubling. That's what they call it. When you got an extra set of hands, makes the task so much easier. So if I have another set of hands, maybe tomorrow we'll finish getting the garden put in. I got like a bunch of potatoes, lots of potatoes. We love potatoes. But so many chores to get done, and it helps me to be organized. And honestly, sometimes just writing them down. So we have a little dry erase board that's kind of, it's a key rack, but it's got a little dry erase board. And that is where we list out all the things that we really need to get done, either for the weekend or the week. And as they're done, we get to cross them off. It just seems to help get everything, in perspective. I might go through and decide and plot them in my calendar or on my planner which day I want to work on them so that I don't feel overwhelmed. Because sometimes that big list feels really overwhelming, but when I break it down into smaller tasks, it's not such a big deal. And being able to just knock a few of the easy ones off, like I'm getting the hummingbird food ready to go. It should be pretty well dissolved. I'm going to put it in their little feeders and get those hung out. Cross it off the list. It makes me feel so good to cross things off my list. And then keep plugging along. Don't make the tasks that you have a big deal, put it in perspective. That's the easiest way for me. Prioritize, and sometimes just knocking a few of the small things off gives you the energy and motivation to get to the next one. So that's just some of my tips. That's how I organize, but I really feel like to be successful on any type of weight loss journey, or just to keep your family eating healthier, having a plan of meals in place. Now, you may say, I don't want to do the whole month. That's too much. Fine. Maybe just start with planning the next day, planning the next week. That's how I got started. And then I found for me, having a month of meals to choose from, because you tend to repeat a lot of the things that your family enjoys. And you know what? Even if it's just grilled cheese and tomato soup, or pizza, put it on your plan. It doesn't have to be elaborate or fancy or elegant. It's dinner. You're feeding your family, you're feeding yourself. That's what's important. So making a plan, and even for me, planning out breakfast and lunch just gives me more time and motivation to stay on my weight loss journey. And if you don't know, I follow Weight Watchers, and I have just found that Weight Watchers is the plan that works for me. It may not be your jam, it's mine. It is what helps me the most to stay within a budget, to stay within portion control. That's my big issue, portion control. I have a hard time stopping. I have to have things portioned. I like to have the chips or the crackers or the cookies in packaging so that I don't overdo it. So that's just how it works for me. But you may have another way that works just as great for you. And no worries. It's really about living your own life, making healthy choices. That's what's really more important. But I hope that maybe you've heard a tip that's just like, wow, that might really work for me. If you heard something that's gonna work for you, drop me a comment. Let me know that you appreciated a tip, or give me a tip. I love to hear new ideas, find new ways. I follow other people because they give me inspiration. A couple of people that I really love to watch on YouTube is the Frugal Fit Mom. She just is a lot of fun. She has great tips. My other favorite is the Minimal Mom, Dawn. She just puts things in perspective for me. And I really started watching her during the pandemic, and it really motivated me to get rid of a lot of stuff. Now, as you can see, I'm not a minimalist. My kitchen is messy, cluttered. We live here. I can't go that far. That's not where I'm at in my life. And I'm happy with this. What I'm not happy with is so much chaos and clutter that I can't think. So I get it, to each his own, and what works for you is not gonna be what works for me. So I hope that you're having a fabulous day. I hope it is warm and not raining where you are. I think maybe it's warming up a little out there. So I hope I can finish planting my garden today, or hopefully tomorrow, and get some good food growing outside. So have a great day, and I'll see you soon.